Hey folks, and welcome to Drinking Alone with Friends, a podcast where three friends drink alone together. And my name's Chris.
What up? It's Tud.
And I'm Obert. And it's season 3.
Season 3.
It is, in fact, season 3.
The first full episode of season 3, I think, is...
It's the second. It's the second.
We're going bold new direction this season. Sorry. No more sound effects ever again. You'll never hear them.
For now.
You'll never ever hear one ever again. It's
Maybe
honestly
99 weeks from now, but
right. Oh man, yeah. Rest in pepperonis to the soundboard. You were a good friend. You were a friend.
I wouldn't use the word good or friend, but sure.
I mean, it helped at times.
You were there for sure. You were definitely there. I would be bad. In other news, I'm in a new house.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Your streaming corner, it looks different.
I know. It's a whole streaming room now. I have a whole room. How are the acoustics? How do I sound?
That's a write-off, right? According to Ted.
I mean,
yes.
If I say you sound bad, will you sell the house and move to a different house?
I'll move back. I'll have to move back, yeah. I'll have to rent that house just for streaming. I'll have to drive there every Monday.
But it won't be without all of like the kids' toys and Pokemon memorabilia. The acoustics won't be the same. So
that is true.
Right.
That is true.
You gotta move back. Sorry. Rent a 26-foot truck and a 15-foot truck so you can move yourself back.
And a pickup truck.
And a pickup truck. Yeah, it was. We talked about it a a little bit.
You could write a country music song about that.
I really could. I could. It would be the longest, saddest country music song. But yeah, finally in the new house. It's awesome. I don't have to pay my mortgage until October, so there's that. That's fun. That's
awesome.
Fun. It's like, living for free for a month. Woo, party. And then living expensively for 30 years. So I'm very
just
happy.
359 more months after that, and then you're in the clear.
Listen, your 1 month will be awesome.
I know. I'm gonna soak it up. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna spend lavishly.
Yeah. Just think, episode 1453 will be celebrating your paying off your mortgage.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, it's gonna be great.
So did you celebrate with one of your remaining beers in your fridge? Did you complete your task, I should ask, of emptying the beer fridge before you moved?
Did you spill beer on your pants?
Number one, I did not finish all the beer in my beer fridge. I got very close. I had some Bud Lights left and like one beer. Oh, Tud, I forgot to yell at you. So remember you sent the hot cock cider or whatever it was?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
I still had mine. It was one of the
I know what happened.
It was one of the remaining ones in the fridge. So I'm on stream and I was like, "Oh, what do you guys want me to drink? Do you want me to drink hot cock or do you want me to drink whatever the other one was?" It was a really old Southern Grist beer I had. And of course, everybody was like, "Hot cock, yeah, hot cock." So I go to open it and it legitimately exploded all over me.
Yep.
It was like, and I was like, "Okay, well, that was fun."
Stream over.
Yeah, nope. I powered through. I just threw away my keyboard because now I buy $8 keyboards off of Amazon and I just keep a couple extras lying around.
So
yeah, it's probably smart with your history.
Oh yeah, no, that's the third keyboard I've destroyed.
So I was going to a concert and Caitlin was driving. So I said, "Oh, I'll bring 2 road beers."
Yeah, okay.
A beer and a hot cock cider. This was recently. This was this summer. So I drank the beer. Beer was delicious. I opened the hot cock cider that was cold. And it proceeded to explode all over the vehicle. Thankfully, we have WeatherTech floor mats. Maybe that should be a handle one day because that was super helpful. But I will say that, Chris, I don't know if you noticed, but it smelled like vinegar.
Honestly, I was so caught up in everything. It didn't smell great. I will say that. When
you leave that, like I poured it out, obviously, like once we got to the concert, like I poured the floor mat out, but like that remnant sitting inside of a hot car in the middle of summer. When you
Yeah.
got back, the entire car smelled like vinegar.
Oof.
So, but did you finish what was left after the explosion?
Nope.
No, I didn't either. No. I don't know why, because normally if you leave it like out or something, but mine's been in the fridge since you sent it to me. So I'm like, it must have just been one of them things. You don't save it. You just drink it.
Yeah.
So-
Then I came home and I opened the other one that I had because I think I had 2 left because I think I sent one to you and one to Obert, and that one exploded too.
Same thing. Wow.
You did
okay.
not send one to me, so
Damn it.
please don't.
Don't ever, please.
I don't need a car full of exploded hot cock.
Obert, I'm gonna send you a hot cock and one of those beers that the last beer that Chris and I brewed, that stout.
Yeah.
No,
There you
because
go.
then the package won't make it.
Right,
It'll be
that's true.
stopped, and you'll get a call from the FBI
CIA,
to see if you're
yeah,
a terrorist,
yeah.
yelling bombs.
Oh man. Yeah, so anyways, that was fun. That was a really fun thing. But no, did not finish the beer fridge. I had a few remnants, so it's okay. I did pretty good, I'll say.
Well, I guess I wasn't sure if you had any of those like beers you forgot about but rediscovered moving that you were going to bring on the show tonight.
No, not that either. I do have something new that I was very excited to see for you guys tonight, though. So,
okay.
New house, new thing I saw. So actually I saw this on TikTok originally. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you know the juice brand, the Simply juice brand, Simply Orange and all that stuff. They make spiked lemonades made with 100% a real fruit juice. Wait, hold on. Star. It says real fruit juice.
There's an asterisk next to real and fruit and juice.
Man, it'd be great if this thing exploded too.
Okay, so I put 100% in there. I just want to make a claim. They do not claim 100%. Okay?
Made with some fruit juice.
Made with a fruit juice. But I've had 3 of the 4 flavors already. I've had the OG lemonade. I've had the blueberry lemonade, the strawberry lemonade, and now I have for you the watermelon lemonade, which I thought was, yeah. I don't know if I've ever had a watermelon lemonade before, but I will say the ones that I've had of these, the 4-pack, and I have not checked any of them in on Untapped in fears of seeing another rating. The other ones are very, very good. So I'm excited to get into this, sharing something new on the podcast. Simply spiked watermelon lemonade, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. What does that even mean?
These flavors are so natural that they've naturally become naturalized as flavors.
So I think that what that means is that this is watermelon lemonade, but it's really strawberry lemonade flavored like watermelon lemonade.
That makes sense. Yeah. I don't know.
It's artificial watermelon taste, but the artificial flavor is made with natural ingredients. Like strawberries.
Exactly. So we're gonna crack it open. I've been drinking them out of the can like a heathen. So far as is.
Well, the dishes are still the glasses are still in the cardboard box somewhere.
we found a lot of glasses. Okay, we found a lot of glasses. Maybe not all of them, but we found a lot of them.
Were you like, I need to get rid of some glasses?
No, actually, we found boxes of glasses that we like packed, and I was like, man, I want to unpack these glasses. So we have more glasses now.
Oh,
we
jeez.
have like a whole glasses case now. It's pretty sweet. So I cracked her open. It's a little 12, one of the tall, skinny, like seltzer cans, 12-ounce seltzer cans. Smells solid. Doesn't smell like strawberry. So I guess we'll find out if it actually is.
How natural does it smell?
Pretty natural. Okay. Golly. I've never smelt a more natural smelling natural flavor with other natural flavors. So far, I will the strawberry and the blueberry are both pretty close. The blueberry is surprisingly good. The strawberry is very good. The lemonade is good, but drinking it, you just feel heartburn, like future heartburn coming on, right? So let's see how the watermelon is. I don't know if I've ever had watermelon lemonade, like I said, but Let's see.
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
Okay, all right.
I'm curious to know if it's actual watermelon flavor or strawberries disguised as watermelon.
I don't think it's strawberries disguised as watermelon, but I definitely get more. Even though it's natural, it's definitely it's a lot sweeter. Well, I don't know. Watermelon's pretty sweet. It's definitely a hybrid of like a normal watermelon and like I'm gonna
Sour
say
Patch Kid watermelon candy.
I was gonna say Jolly Rancher watermelon,
okay.
but not quite that fake. Not that sweet. You know, it does have that sweetness to it. So. Like I said, 100% real fruit juice, probably. It is very good. I get way less lemonade than I would some of the other flavors. Is like a nice balance between the two. This one, you get a lot of that sweet watermelon right up front. And then it does kind of have a little bit of bite from lemonade on the back end, but it's not as apparent or acidic as some of the other ones. It's pretty good. I mean, these have all been very good. I'm very surprised by how good they've been. And listen, a hot summer day like today, moving, you know, whatever, you're looking for something to crush pretty easily, 5% alcohol, definitely something that I would suggest trying out.
Who brews them?
That's a good question.
Just the Simply Group.
Simply Orange Juice Company.
Wait, really?
Simply Spiked and Simply Spiked Lemonade are trademarks of Simply Orange Juice Company. Produced and bottled for Simply Spiked Co., Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Doesn't say who by who though, but in Milwaukee they're brewed, I guess. So, anyways, it says produced. It doesn't say brewed. It just was produced in Milwaukee. But I mean, it's solid.
Yeah, they have their own brewery on Untapped as Simply Spiked Lemonade.
Nope.
That's interesting.
The article I found, it says it's brewed by Molson Coors.
Okay.
Molson Coors will launch Simply Spiked Lemonade in June.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that they were like actually a microbrewery, but just saying that they are on Untapped.
There you go.
As part of their Chicago, as part of their partnership with Coca-Cola. So it's the same company that's going to be doing so Molson Coors is going to be doing all of the hard Cokes and the hard Sprites and all that. So those are all supposed to be coming out too.
Really? I had not heard that. I'm still looking for the Spiked Mountain Dew. Like that's my That
was probably
my white whale.
Bush, I would assume.
Probably. This is good. This is my probably third favorite out of them all, but it's still very good.
Take a bronze medal.
Yeah, nice bronze medal. Give the participation trophy to the OG lemonade.
Oh, really? I would have guessed that one would have been, better.
No, the flavors have been really. I mean, they've all been really good.
That's weird because do you like Coors' seltzers?
I don't know if I've had them. I may have. I normally go for if I'm gonna get a seltzer. I mean now yeah.
I say this is not a seltzer person. I think no shade or anything, but I mean aren't they all just kind of just stripped down to just be carbonated water with some alcohol in it and flavoring?
No. Some seltzers are overly sweet. Some seltzers have weird off flavors to them. Not all seltzers are created equal.
That is true. Not all seltzers are created equal. Generally, I go for a truly. But some of these there's a lot. Everybody's getting in the seltzer game now. Seltzer game is huge.
Are these better than the Truly lemonades or no?
I'm gonna say yes. These are more. I don't know. I get this is if you were to give this to me and say this is a regular fizzy lemonade or whatever, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I don't get any alcohol bite, nothing. It's just tastes like lemonade. This one in particular, I think I'm gonna give I think I don't want to give it.
I'm gonna have to go try these now. If you're saying they're better than Truly lemonades, I'm intrigued.
I'm gonna give it a 3.75. It's good. I do really like these. I'm gonna give it 3.75. I think strawberry takes the cake still. Strawberry lemonades are normally, top tier. I'm gonna give it a 3.75. It's good. I I suggest if you like lemonade, especially if you do like the Truly lemonades, and I'm not saying they're bad. Truly lemonades are not bad. I do enjoy them quite a bit. But these are definitely an easier drink than those. But maybe you won't like it. Maybe they're too sweet for you. I don't know. It's possible.
I'm gonna have to try it. I mean, I really enjoyed Truly lemonades.
Yeah.
I will drink them pretty much as my go-to hard cider or hard seltzer for anything.
Right.
Is the Truly lemonade.
No, they're very good, very good. So I'm gonna give this a 3.75. I have no idea how many.
So there's 1,044 check-ins on Untapped for this one.
All right, so I know how Untapped rates seltzers, like even the best of the best. I'm getting 3.54 vibes out of this whole thing. I don't know. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's way higher, but I just know how Untapped is sometimes.
Well, it is higher.
Okay.
It's a 3.59.
Okay. All right.
Pretty good. Yeah. 0.05 off.
I'll take that. I just Untapped doesn't give a fair shake. Like there's always those damned hopheads. We call them Oberts here. But no. Listen.
It is weird that Obert doesn't like hard seltzers, because when I was younger, Obert was the only person I knew who drank seltzer in general. So for him not to be on the hard seltzer train is very confusing to me.
I have nothing against them. And I think they replace kind of the times in my life where I would be drinking like a cheap macro lager light beer, like a Bud Light, Coors Light. Have a seltzer instead, sure. But I haven't been doing a lot of that drinking this summer. So,
okay. And they are much healthier. I mean, that's kind of what's making the craze happen, is that...
Well, it's 100% real fruit juice. I mean, it's
exactly.
basically like you're
but
checking that part of the pyramid off,
All the damn like Gen Zers that are now turning 21, they want to like watch their weight and be like healthy and stuff. Like, who wants to do that? But they do, and so that's why the seltzers are like a thing now. Like the high noons are incredible. High Noon Peach is amazing.
Yeah, I've had seltzers, hard seltzers on the pod, but I think I have one in my fridge that's like going on 2 years old, and that was the last time I bought a hard seltzer. So
sounds like you got to bring that on the pod today.
Wow. Yeah.
No, I've already reviewed it on the podcast, actually.
Sounds like you just got to drink it and man up.
We'll have to do end of summer seltzer-a-thon.
Seltzebration. It was right there.
Seltzebration. Nope.
Seltzer-a-thon.
Yeah.
Why would we go with such an easy name like that when we can go Seltzebration?
No, Seltzer-a-thon it is. We've all decided. Unanimous decision.
I like that. We should do that for our end of summer episode, which I guess is next episode. So
no, when's summer end? September
Labor
20?
Day.
No. Summer doesn't. When does fall officially? Like, when's the first day of fall?
Yeah, the 21st or something like that.
December 14th. Yeah.
But everybody knows you can't drink seltzer after Labor Day.
Is that like our pumpkin rule? You can't drink pumpkin after things or after
no, it's like
Thanksgiving?
you can't wear white or drink seltzer after Labor Day. All right, I'm gonna go next. So I have, I believe, a new to the pod brewery. They're not new to me or the world, obviously, if they're not new to me. But it is Cabinet Mountain Brewing. I even bought a little half growler from them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a fun little like brew kettle shape.
Mm-hmm.
And they're famous around here for, they have like a pretty good red, and their Yak Attack IPA I also see a lot. And I'm actually going to have you guys help me out and look up the name of this beer, because I forget what it is, but it's just their pale ale. I think it's like a Peak Bagger Pale Ale. So I believe what it's called.
I hope if I knew how to spell cabinet. I got it. Pale ale.
Yeah, is it called the Peak Bagger Pale Ale or no?
Peak bagging.
Peak Baggin' Pale Ale.
Nope. Peak bagging pale. That's it.
Okay. So I have the peak, I have the Peak Bagging Pale, which also is an ale.
I think it's P period ale.
Okay.
That's what it is.
The Peak Baggin' P Ale.
It's made with Northwestern hops, lend this medium amber-hued pale a big grapefruit citrus flavor.
Ooh, that sounds good to me. And I'm excited I got a new growler because I don't do that every day. And
know.
So Cabinet Mountain is out of Libby, which is a town about 100 miles west of here. And I was there this weekend, peak bagging, actually. So I was like, you know what? This is really my first time in Libby, famous for all its asbestos. Let me swing into town and go to the brewery and pick up a growler.
Catch some
something I haven't
asbestos.
tried before. Yeah. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, well, I was just peak bagging in the rain and didn't get struck by lightning. So let me get one of these to celebrate.
What is peak bagging?
It's what you did with me when you came to Glacier National Park, which is when you go up a mountain that doesn't have a trail on it.
Almost die?
Yeah, I'm trying not to do that, but I did get rained on and the rocks were very slippery. And I did get a pretty bad bee sting, which swole my whole hand up, but I made it. So yes, you're pretty right with almost die.
There you go.
Yeah.
We were on a lot of trails that were marked, though.
No, what we did going up Oberlin was peak bagging. Yeah.
We just had to follow the rocks, the
Yeah.
rock formations.
This one didn't have any of those. You just had to just keep going up. And once you couldn't go up anymore, you were at the top. But yeah, for a pale, it's surprisingly brown. There's a lot of amber color in here. Definitely on the darker side of pale, I would say. I don't know what this would be.
Pretty clear too.
Yeah, definitely filtered. Probably like a 12 on the SRM scale. Definitely not getting hit by this car, for sure. I don't get grapefruity. Maybe a little bit.
No, remember we're supposed to do dinosaurs for that scale now.
Oh yeah. You could not hide from a T-Rex or a Velociraptor. The Velociraptor would like see your reflection in the kitchen cabinet. That's how see-through the spear is.
Better. I like it.
But yeah, very subtle aroma. You ever like go to a place that has growler fills and you're like, I don't love how you're filling these growlers.
No.
Like sometimes there's the places that like go all out and they make sure that the beer's overflowing and they like cap it and then seal it off and it's like clean it all up for you. And you're like, this place knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then you go to a place that just like has like a discolored hose they stick on the tap line and they stick in your growler and they fill it up until like it's near the top and then they take the hose out and then there's like a little bit more room for air and then they put the cap on. That was kind of my experience with Cabinet Mountain.
Good disease. Yum.
Yeah.
No off flavors there.
I'm not too worried about the diseases, just the air in the beer, just oxidizing it.
Right.
And letting it go flat. Because I did get this, 48 hours ago. And it is, 49 hours ago. And it's, kind of not very bubbly. I play Chug the Pot with this beer. But okay, hopefully it tastes better than it smells and looks. Let's find out. Cheers.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Definitely very malty for a pale ale. Not a ton of hop character shines through it all. I do get a very traditional, I'm trying to remember all my malt types here. I don't know. Whatever you would brew a pale ale with, like the
Carapils?
Maybe. It does. It just has like a very malt forward flavor, very, very subtle hop, both in taste and nose taste. Not in love with this beer. I'm sad to say. I wish I could have had a beer there. I had a 2-hour drive home, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get one for the road and drink it on Monday. Would have been nice to have the original experience in the tap room. There was a few other ones that I was interested in trying, but the Peak Bagger P Ale was calling to me, so I had to go with it. But it's just okay.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's only a 3 1/4, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's low.
it's
That's
low.
Yeah.
That's disappointing because A, you have a whole growler, and B, you seem pretty excited for it
Yeah.
at first.
I was. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're doing great things out in Libby. Love to support small local breweries. But there's a reason that it took them 200 episodes to make an appearance. Like I said, they are far away. I don't believe they can. I've had it, a lot of local tap rooms have the kegs of it. have their IPA on tap, but which is very good. The IPA is definitely better than this pale ale.
Okay.
I kind of expected when I reached for this that it wasn't going to be as good as the IPA you see everywhere, but
Right.
gotta
Well-
branch out, try something new.
Right. So, what do you think the other 209 people who have rated this beer on Untapped
Solid,
thought of it?
solid for cabinet brewing. 209,
Not 409. Like
not
the cleaning
409.
thing.
I'm gonna say it was the same exact thing that Chris's was, which was a 3.59, right? 3.59.
Yeah.
3.59.
Very well. Listen, you're on the board.
Okay.
3.58.
All right, with the Tud guess.
Yeah. Damn. I was. Yeah. Wow. Damn it. Poop. Well, I technically have the better drink than you tonight.
That's true. That is true.
Oh man.
Mine has 0% real fruit juice. Wait, are hops fruit juice?
Oh boy, are we gonna get into this discussion now?
Right.
Oh no. Our hops is beer salad. The grain is just the croutons,
There we go. Yeah, so I have
Damn.
32 ounces of flat beer to drink. So
That sucks.
yeah, it's okay. I've drank worse things for sure,
That is true. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
we all had chiladas.
and I'm on the board. So it's
And you're on
something
the
I
board.
can
And you're on the board.
to console
Worst
me
part of it all.
with. But okay, hopefully we saved the best for last tonight.
I know. I hope so.
So I had two options.
Uh-oh. Go with the bad one. Might as well.
I think that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Start off season 3 with a bang.
All right. So as summer winds to a close, as we've discussed, I wanted to get something that was a little bit crushable but had some flavor, and I couldn't think of when I was in the liquor store this past weekend, I couldn't think of anything that fit that description better than this beer right here by Narragansett. I don't think we've ever had a Narragansett beer on the podcast.
Ooh, not even like the Dell's lemonade. I think you're right, Todd. I don't think we have.
If it would have been one of you guys to bring the Dell's lemonade on, because I don't like Dell's lemonade, like the actual thing, so I don't like the beer either.
Oh. I was gonna say the only I don't want to ruin, for those of you that don't know Narragansett. I'm gonna hold it to myself. We'll talk about it after your review. Just go into it thinking it's an amazing beer, because it probably is.
So what is this fresh catch?
So I've had Narragansett beer before. I've never had the Dell's lemonade shandy or lemon shandy. I was mostly shitting on Dell's for that. Dell's lemonade tastes like what I would imagine. Dell's lemonade tastes like what Lysol smells like to me. So fresh catch. It has a nice little lobster on it.
I like that. Is it lobster flavored beer?
It's a little 12-ounce can, so it's super crushable. So what Fresh Catch is it's a refreshing golden ale, dry hopped with Citra. Weighs in at 4.2% ABV. Standard Narragansett style can, the white with the blue logos that say sold on merit, made on honor. It's kind of interesting because Narragansett Brewing Company no longer brews in Rhode Island at all. They brew out of Rochester, New York, which
Okay.
Interesting.
is absolutely nowhere near Narragansett, Rhode Island. So, because of that...
Closer than Montana. If you're in Montana, it's basically Rhode Island.
True, but it's not close for the brewery that's named
It
Narragansett.
is like 8 Rhode Islands away, though.
Yes, yeah, it's ridiculous. So, for a while, and I think it was, the past couple years where I don't know when they exactly moved, but I remember when we were like younger in our infancy drinking days, Narragansett, like their normal Narragansett lager was relatively available. In bars, some bars would have it, some baseball stadiums would have it. They were a big sponsor of the Red Sox, blah 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 blah.
They have the Pounders. They were like the OG 16-ounce cans.
Yes. So now that they've moved to Rochester, New York, like Rhode Island has pretty much thrown up their hands and been like, we're not supporting these guys anymore because they're not here. So let's dive in and see what this one looks like, though. Like I said, 12-ounce can, golden ale, dry hopped with Citra. So poured, nice lager type of golden, very good head on it, probably about 3/4 of an inch. Very bubbly and fizzy for the T-Rex or the dinosaur test. It glows like a
Can
halo.
hardly even tell there's beer in there.
Exactly. Yeah, you'd be caught in a second by a velociraptor. Or that spitty or that spitty one. That spitty one would know exactly where to spit. On the nose, it smells it is definitely more fragrant than a lager or a Bud Light or anything like that. You can definitely smell a little malt and definitely smell the citra hop. You get a lot of that citrusy type of flavor coming off the top. I mean, on the smell test, I think this is going to be a good beer. You know, I don't think it's going to blow the doors off anything, but it smells like it's going to be refreshing at the minimum. Let's try this sucker out. That's refreshing. It's not bad.
Does it taste like you caught it this morning?
No.
It's not that fresh.
It's not that fresh. But it is not bad. I didn't know what to expect from this beer. Being 4.2%, you know, it was like, is it going to taste like a Bud Light? Like, it's not a Bud Light. It actually tastes like it kind of tastes like a Narragansett lager mixed with a Heineken, mixed with some citra hops.
That sounds weird and skunky.
And awful.
So it's got a little bit of skunkiness to it on the aftertaste, but it's not a lot. It's not like Heineken where you're like, oh, like this entire thing tastes like I'm licking a skunk's butthole. This is like, it's not that bad. Definitely a lot more flavor than any other 4.2% beer that you're going to find. So Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, whatever, PBR. This is better than that. From a flavor standpoint, the skunkiness kind of, you know, makes it a little weird, but the citra flavor on it is really good. The golden ale style, not bad at all. This is a good like golfing beer.
Okay.
I feel like I remember Narragansett's beers having that distinctive skunkiness to them.
Yeah.
I think so too. It's been forever since I've had a Narragansett lager or anything like that.
I like their summer seasonal. I thought was pretty good.
I think this is their summer seasonal.
It might be a different one.
Okay. But anyways, it's a good golfing beer. You know, the skunkiness, I don't think really, if you're crushing these beers, you're not going to really notice it. I mean, after one or two, it'll just taste like you're drinking a beer that kind of tastes a little bit more citrusy than a Bud Light or, you know, insert macro brew here. Good, not great. I'll give it a 3.5. I mean, what if I was going to a golf course or going to do something on a boat or...
That's what this beer's for. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
catching a fresh lobster.
Yeah, it's just good to pick up and go. It's, you know, it's only 4.2% ABV, so you can drink a few of them and not really, you know, get hammered. You know, and it has some good flavor, so you're not just drinking the same type of Bud Light on repeat. So yeah, good job Narragansett. 3.5.
All right. Well, what do you think the other 18,589 people have rated this beer?
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot. Yeah. Like more than mine and Obert's combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than mine times Chris's.
I have no idea. The 12 people that checked in Obert's beer plus the 75 people that checked in Chris's, I have no idea. It's a macro brew, so it's gonna be lower. It's gonna be somewhere probably around me. Do I think it's better or worse than Obert's 3.58? 3.51.
Nope. 3.44.
Wow, really low.
Yeah.
I can tell you this is not a 3.44.
I mean, you only rated it 0.06 high.
Yeah, but that means that some people out there rated it much lower, and that doesn't. I mean, it's not lower than it's not lower than a 3.5. It's not lower, maybe a 3.25 if you really didn't like the skunkiness flavor to it. But it's not terrible. Out of 18,000 ratings, to be that low is weird.
Right. Well, what is I know we've talked about this before, but what's a Bud Light? What are they rated? And I know there's probably like 700 billion check-ins.
I mean, it's probably somewhere around a 3.5 as well.
No, I'm 3.22. It's got to be
2.33.
I was basically dyslexic, right?
432,625 check-ins. So, and I think we can all, I don't know, maybe agree that it's not like a Bud Light's not a 2.33. You know,
it's true. I mean, Narragansett Lager is a 3.17, so this is pretty high up.
So that's pretty high for like your, you know, lower end or whatever, more macro.
I'm surprised at the amount of beers that Narragansett brews.
So I just want to, I didn't want to taint anybody's thing, but like I know you talked about the Dell's Shandy, but I had not only with the Dell's Shandy, but also
you had the Autocrat.
Exactly. I've talked about this, and I was so angry because I love Autocrat, and it was terrible garbage.
And neither of
that's
us
right.
had heard about it. And you were like, "What? You never had the coffee milk?" And we're like, "What is coffee milk?"
That's right. I was very angry that coffee milk was a thing.
Coffee milk's so good.
No,
Oh
it's
my
dumb.
goodness.
It should never exist.
All of Rhode Island is mad at you right now.
Well,
good.
Again.
Good. All 4 people who live there can yell at me.
Again.
so some of my friends have checked this in pretty low, but one of my friends has checked it in, gave it a 4.5, and that's none other than your alter ego, New Tud, rated it at a 4.5.
Really?
Yeah,
There we go,
She
New
liked
Tud.
it.
We need a redemption arc against this. What is a 4.5 doing?
I mean, it's a little high for me. I mean,
Kiwi right in.
I think we might have to like remove her as being New Tud while she does this redemption arc, but
Yeah, there needs to be. We need answers. Oh Lord! Wow, crazy.
at least she was on like the right side of like the rating. At least she wasn't like, oh, it's like a 0.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is worse, someone giving it a 0.5 or someone giving it a 4.5?
Well, 4.5 is at least closer to Tud.
True, but that's
Yeah.
like world class beer. That's best beer in the country.
It is funny how, like, I could see them both being equally far away from 3.5.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's good. What I like I said, I would buy this again. I will buy this when I'm doing some type of strenuous outside activity that I would normally drink other beers for. Like when I, maybe throw in like my 6-pack cooler, maybe throw 3 Bud Lights and 3 of these in there. Good. You get to switch it up every now and then. That's
Well,
great.
and maybe you have some room for those Simply Lemonades.
Oh, there you go.
They don't fit in my 6-pack cooler because they're too long.
Yeah, you gotta lay
You
them
lay
down.
them down on top of the cans. You could fit one.
It's true. I could fit one.
A 7-pack,
7-pack.
little dessert lemonade. For the end of the night.
I did want to talk to you guys. I want your opinion here. So I'm going to attempt to brew a hard cider.
Okay.
Have either of you?
All right.
I know the answer to at least Chris. Have either of you done this before?
No, I've never made cider, at least on purpose. There was a jug of cider in the fridge for a long time that like swole up and smelled pretty fermented, but
Did you drink it?
That was purely accidental, and it went down the drain.
Oh, you should have tried it. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my local apple farm and I'm going to buy some apple cider. I'm going to buy 5 gallons worth. But things I've read online are you're supposed to stick some type of like yeast reducer into the cider, because if it's not pasteurized, at least, to kill all the wild yeast, you have to leave it in there for like
Okay.
24 hours. Or you could risk it and just toss in other yeast and see what happens.
See if your yeast is the survival of the fittest.
Right. So I'm debating that, and I think I'm going to use a Kveik yeast. And that's because I have Kveik yeast in my fridge, and I think that'll be perfect for it, because I think the Kveik yeast will definitely overpower any other yeast that's in there. That's for sure.
I think it's pretty hardy stuff.
The Kveik yeast, yeah.
Yeah, from what I've heard.
It ferments at like super high temperatures if you need it to. It will ferment at, cold temperatures if you need it to. And it will give off kind of like a champagne, like bubble style, I think. So I'm going to try that. And I'm curious. I want your guys' feedback of what else should I throw in here. Should I throw like blueberries? Should I throw in some honey? Should I throw in, some maple syrup maybe? I'm thinking outside the box of like, I just don't want 5 gallons of straight hard cider. I want to add in maybe it's like some cinnamon sticks.
Or
If you say brownie, I'm going to be so pissed.
brownie. No, I was thinking cinnamon before you had said it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
that would be a nice. It'd be like an apple pie, like an apple pie cider.
Have you thought about maybe dry hopping it?
Ooh.
I have thought about that. That seems to be a thing at most of the cideries around here, that they do some type of dry hop.
Oh, okay. Are there a lot of cideries in Connecticut?
There are quite a bit.
Because when
They
I
were-
left, there
they
was
were-
like 4.
Yeah, they were starting to like pop up, I think.
Well, you have the people who do the cock ciders, Stafford Cidery. You have the one that's in
There's one in Middletown.
Middletown. There's the one that's in the middle of nowhere in like East Haddam or whatever.
That's pretty much the middle of nowhere, yeah.
There's like that's the one that Chris and I almost went to that one day, right?
Yeah.
There's one in Wallingford. Lyman Orchard has a cidery attached to it now. Mm-hmm. They're all over the place. It seems like
there's what's it called? Clyde's, of course.
Clyde's.
That's the only place I go.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if you planned on canning it and mailing it to, like, I don't know, elected officials or something.
Whoa, our podcast's gonna get banned.
Oh well, Kiwi already did us in last week.
That's
or
true.
2 weeks ago, or both weeks.
No, I don't know. I've never done it. I think it'd be cool. It's getting to be fall. As Obert said, the first day of fall is like the end of September, so I figured right around the first week of October, this thing will be ready and good to go.
There you go.
But then again, I don't know. I don't know how long cider ferments for. I don't know if it ferments in perpetuity because it's basically all sugar.
Right.
Is the Kavik yeast going to just go ham? And I'm going to end up with like cider alcohol instead of cider, instead of hard cider?
These are all good questions that, unfortunately, I think we are ill-equipped to answer. But maybe one of our listeners is. If you're a cider maker and you listen to the podcast, thanks for listening, but also let us know.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to do this. So, wish me luck.
I mean, sounds like it would be relatively inexpensive. So,
yeah,
as well.
It seems like it's super easy to do, too.
Make toilet cider.
Yeah.
I think it's going to smell, though. That's the one thing I've heard about ciders, is that as they're fermenting, it stinks.
I can see that.
Who doesn't love the smell of rotting apples in your house?
Good thing I have a shed.
That's true.
Where the Kavik yeast will go ham in.
All right, so I think it's time. We missed last week. We didn't. Our freezer
I don't know if anybody missed it.
I think our freezer was a little sad that it didn't get a special visit to remove the Frosty mug of wisdom, the 3-handled kind, taking it out, filling it up with wisdomy wisdom, advice, hack things, home cider tips, you name it. We got it in here. Jordan, take it away.
Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle.
Mug of wisdom! Drink. Mug of wisdom!
All right. Thank you, Jordan. As always, check him out at Wreck My Podcast. Good friend of the show. And gentlemen, thank you. I need some honking here because it's me with another point on the board. What? I don't hear the honks.
Todd, you're the lowest of the scoreboard today.
Yeah, but he beat you directly.
Wait, what? He beat us both directly.
Yeah, but he jumped you to take the lead.
Oh, so the fact that you did so bad.
Right.
Okay.
You are the first loser.
Yeah, but at least I'm not Todd, which is pretty close to third.
These are the worst honks I've ever heard. I'll tell you what, I think there's something in that trophy I won. That's how it got me to within Todd scores this week.
Oh.
Maybe.
I think that's what put me there.
Maybe took my superpower.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Wait, did you move it? No, it's still
No,
the quarter.
I gotta redraw it still.
He hasn't even finished the whitebboard. It's unfinished. I'm disappointed. You're
only 5 behind me right now. Ugh, don't like that at all.
Yeah. There was a time I was closer. Kind of fell off a little bit, but who knows? This is 2 in a row for me.
I know.
So I'll give you the proverbial 1 honk, and that's it. I said it right there, so you're good. That's what you get.
You get.
You didn't even honk, though. You just said the word honk.
Yes.
Wow, these are so lame.
Hey, at least I said it. Chris didn't even do it.
Both of these, you would get a quarter point on the honk scale. It's just pathetic.
Chris didn't even try
Our listeners listen to a whole hour to the show, and you can't even give them the courtesy of a honk.
Chris didn't even do it.
I listen. I think I'm not very good at it, and it's a real
Why do I feel
what's
like
it called?
I'm
Insecurity
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
have. So
I thought you were going to say because it got named after the traumatizing point in your life. You
Oh,
can no
also
longer...
that, yes. Also, I can't talk about it.
Just use my excuse for
my
yours.
my therapist, my goose therapist said, or swan therapist.
All right, I guess no more points for Chris. We're not gonna do that anymore.
No more points for anybody.
Just, too traumatic.
Any points that have already been I can't lose points because it's bad for it. It basically lets the swan win.
I can't
you
I
know?
can't listen to this anymore. Ted, what do you got for a handle this week?
Yeah, so my handle this week is going to be a TV show. So as we're all aware, I think from I believe it was episode 97. Somebody can check me on that. But that was when we opened the show with the Game of Thrones music because it was the last episode of the show, and we talked about it. But this week or 2 weeks ago, the prequel to Game of Thrones came on HBO Max called The House of Dragons.
House of the
And-
Dragon. Continue.
Is it The House of the Dragon?
There's no the on the front, just House of the Dragon.
It's House of the Dragon. Maybe I should learn the name of the show if I'm going to use it as a handle. But so what it is it's set almost 200 years before Game of Thrones. It is the start of where the Targaryen family starts to splinter apart to where you get multiple different people vying for the throne. It's basically the beginning of the proverbial Game of Thrones, where they're all trying to go for being the king or queen of Westeros. So far, there's only been 2 episodes. It comes on every Sunday night. It moves a little bit differently than Game of Thrones. This is apparently going to move very fast to where like these characters are going to age throughout the first season, and basically be some of their character arcs are going to be done by the end of the season because like they've moved on for a couple decades. And then the next season I think is going to be like the next line, and so they're going to bring it up to like the speed of right where Game of Thrones starts. Is at least how I've read what the plan is here. But we've already in the first, from episode 1 to episode 2, you jumped ahead 6 months.
Whoa, spoilers.
I'll never watch it now.
Now that I know
But it's
that, yeah.
It's just preparing people for the fact that you kind of have to pay attention to timelines, because it was kind of weird where I was like, this is in the future at some point, but how far? Couldn't quite figure it out. So yeah, so it's cool. Check it out if you're a big Game of Thrones person. If not, you should really go back and watch Game of Thrones and then watch this. But yeah, that's my handle, House of Dragon.
I'm boycotting that show after how Game of Thrones ended. No, you're not roping me back in for this cash grab prequel.
Different showrunners though.
Don't care. It's like you had your chance, you screwed it up. I didn't watch Better Call Saul when it first came out because I'm like, Breaking Bad was such a good show and I liked how it ended. But then it just seemed like a ripoff. And then it was so good. I loved that show. I was proven wrong.
How do you know this couldn't be that same thing?
No, it's not. It's a cash grab. No. If it's still good in 2 seasons, maybe I'll catch up. But it's got to earn my views. It can't just have them because I liked Game of Thrones when it first came out before it got bad.
That's fine, but I think you're wrong, so it's okay.
It's okay. I know I'm right, so that's all that matters.
It's okay to be wrong, Robert.
All right, Chris, so what moving related handle do you have for us this week?
I know, I'm sitting here trying to think of one, but moving was so bad.
Here's the handle. Don't move.
Yeah,
Bolt all of your furniture to the ground.
If you have to move, burn it or
Never
hire
move
movers.
again.
You never move again.
You could use Tud's handle. Movers.
Honestly, I was thinking about I just went through the move of the century. That's what people are calling it, not me. Other people.
Listen, if you would have used my previous handle of movers, you wouldn't have had such a bad experience.
I should have. You're. You know what? You're right. But they're expensive.
Would you? No, looking back on it now, though, are they really that expensive?
Kind of. I will put over something that we talked about a little bit earlier. And this is for all you adults out there. If you're one of us.
If you're not, turn off the podcast. You're not allowed to drink. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
you're not allowed to, yeah.
Adults
But
only podcast.
If you have bought a house or are thinking about buying a house, especially if it's an older house, I want to put over a home warranty I know it's definitely a big thing. You know, you don't think about it. You get asked all the time, do you want to pay $2 for a warranty on your new blow dryer that you just got? And you're like, no. But home warranty? Worth it. I've only had mine for 5 days, and I've already called and placed orders on 3 different things, including and another thing that I have to call and put an order on. So basically what you do is you sign up with this company, you pay them a 1-year fee, and then anytime something goes wrong with your house, you call them up, say, hey, this is going on. As long as it's covered under your plan, which a lot of things are already, you pay $85. They send out a technician and they try and fix it or what have you. If they can't fix it, they give you the cash value so you can get it replaced. So if you're buying a home, whatever, you know, especially an older home. I mean, my house is 70 years old, so you know it's getting up there in age.
More leaks than a sieve, apparently.
Seriously,
for real. Especially if, you know, older home and like, you know, you walk through it a couple times and the inspector goes through, but you literally never know until you move in. And that is what I'm realizing right now. And I'm very happy I have the home warranty because I've paid minimal money and everything's going to come and get looked at and fixed up and patched up and whatever needs to happen. So, if you're one of the adults in the room, check it out. Look up a company near you. I don't know how comparable they are. I don't know if they're nationwide or not, but I think some are, some may not be. But
now I want to follow up on this handle because
that's very true.
You haven't gotten anything fixed yet.
That's true. That is true.
All you've done is complain about stuff that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, you've asked the company to look at it, and they're like, meh.
No, they haven't been meh. They've definitely been pretty receptive to it, even though we've only had the house for like 5 days. So early signs are positive. So maybe next week I'll be swearing up a storm that I got swindled, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
so.
or 5 weeks from now when they finally agree to come out, we'll get that update. We'll find out.
True.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. But so far, things have been looking good.
Good. Well, welcome to the new house again.
Yep, this old house with me.
All right, I'm gonna take this Frosty mug here. Okay, so here's a show for you. Another one better than House of the Dragon. There's 3 seasons out to prove it, not just 2 episodes. So by volume, I'm already winning.
It's not about volume; it's about quantity, or it's about quality.
That's right. And a quality show from the first episode is called For All Mankind on Apple TV or Apple Plus, whatever it's called. It is a show about an alternate universe where if instead of the U.S. being the first to set foot on the moon, what if the Russians won the space race? And basically, the concept from there is the space race never ends. It's just like the U.S. continues to be in a battle with the Russians to get further on the moon. And season 3, they go to Mars and stuff. So it's a really cool show. First season takes place in the 60s. You know, I don't want to spoil how the first episode goes or anything like that, but
the Russians get to the moon.
The Russians do get to the moon. That's how the show opens, I think, is the Russians are at the moon first, and the Americans had a chance, but they aborted the mission. They went around the moon instead of landing on it because they were playing too cautious. And, it's an hour-long drama, 10 episodes in a season, I think. Really good actors. And one thing I like that's different about the show compared to the history, how it actually happened, is there's a lot more women involved in the show and in the space program. Like, they have a big push to be like, oh, the Russians are using women, so we have to be equal to the Russians and put women in space and catch up and put female astronauts through the program. So that makes it a little more exciting than just a show full of dudes with no women in it. It's it's a lot more gender equal, and it's kind of fun to imagine what the world would be like if we never stopped on our space program. So if you like space like I do, check out For All Mankind on Apple TV, or I don't know, find it somehow.
Do we know if was the shuttle launch successful today?
They had to delay it. So yeah, I guess there's a new rocket that's going to launch. Artemis. By the time that you're hearing this, it's probably already launched, but it's going to go around the moon. And they're like saying it's going to bring people back to the moon in like 2 years, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know about that. But bonus mini handle.
I hope I'm ready.
Chris has got to get back in that training regimen to get his moon legs ready. But no, I think Chris, I don't know. I don't think you have time for this show, but I think Tud does. I think Tud would like this show. If you have time for House of the Dragon, you definitely have time for All Mankind.
Well, House of the Dragon's a really
it's
good
like
show.
winning Emmys and stuff. It's like getting really high Rotten Tomatoes reviews, all the things that you like. It's there. So
with that, we'd like to thank you all for listening. We'd like to thank the brewers that provided today's beers. I will thank Narragansett for Fresh Catch.
I would like to thank the Simply Juice Company for the Simply Spiked Watermelon Lemonade.
And I want to thank Cabinet Mountain Brewing for their Peak Bagger P Ale.
Please make sure you head over to social media and follow us everywhere at DAWF Podcast. Also, make sure you follow the email at dawfpodcast@gmail.com. Please make sure you head over to Discord and join the conversation over there, where we talk about dinosaurs and whether or not those are cooler than cars to judge beer by light. Also, head over to Patreon, and for as little as $1 a day, you can $1 a day. If you want to do that, that's fine too. It's $1 a month.
For the price of one coffee a day, you can keep 3 podcasters fed.
There you go. No, but for as little as $1 a month, you get bonus episodes of Drinking Alone with Friends. And then finally, what really helps too is to go over to wherever you listen to your podcasts and subscribe, give a 5-star rating and a review. If you listen to it on YouTube, subscribe there as well. And thank you in advance for doing that. And then also make sure you tell your friends and family, those who like craft beer, about this podcast. And with that, my name's Tud.
My name's Chris.
And I'm Obert. And remember, if you're drinking alone, do it with friends.
This is the other new season 3 thing. Like, just nothing after the credits.
We just fade out. That's it. We're done.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. No. Bye.
Bye.